What's up, guys? It is Stateside Footy here, and what are Leeds thinking? Leeds have went and hired Sam Allardyce to manage four remaining games of their season, and he has a $2.5 million bonus if he keeps them up. It doesn't make sense. He will not win a game. He'll get a point off West Ham, and it might be enough to keep them up. It might be enough to keep Leeds up. And honestly, Sam Allardyce, just to give you a little bit of a note, Sam Allardyce started his career as a manager in 1991. I wasn't alive. I wasn't even thought of. My parents hadn't met. I wasn't even a thought at that point. I'm pretty sure one of my parents may have just graduated high school or been in the process. No? Yeah, my parents would have graduated high school just a few years prior to that. This man's had played an entire career as a footballer for 20 years and then became a manager a few years after my parents would have graduated high school. Just to give you an idea of some things from 1991, the number one movie that year was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That's how long ago this was. He was a player manager that year for Limerick, and it's just a disgrace at this point. Just to give you another idea, Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams was the number one song on the Billboard Top 100 that year. That is how long ago. Bryan Adams, that's my grandparents' music. And he started managing when that song came out. Are you kidding me? This man is old. He was a fad. He is not the manager that everyone thinks he is. He will not keep Leeds up. He is not good enough. The only way he keeps Leeds up is if nobody else gets any more points. And if everything just stays the same at the bottom of the table, which it obviously isn't going to. Which is exactly why Leeds will go down this year with Sam Allardyce at the wheel. It's just like Sam Allardyce is like skinny jeans. He's like parachute pants. He's like butterfly clips that girls wear in their hair. He's like MySpace. He's older than all of those things. That's the other thing. He's old. These fads that I'm listing, he's decades older than. And he's outlived them. His manager career's outlived him. But it shouldn't have. He's not good enough. He does this one purpose, and he hasn't evolved from it. He compared himself just the other day to Guardiola. He compared himself to Arteta. He compared himself to Jurgen Klopp, and he had absolutely no business doing it. If Leeds beat Manchester City this weekend, which, if this comes out on the 5th like it's supposed to, the match will be played tomorrow on the 6th, and if he beats Leeds United, I will make a shrine and keep it right here for the next few videos. Once I complete the shrine, it'll be up for 3 videos. That is how confident I am that he will not beat Manchester City. It's just not going to happen. But I do think Leeds will stay up. I think my bottom 3 is going to stick at Southampton, Nottingham Forest, and one of either Everton or Leicester. I'm leaning towards Leicester because Leicester looks so uninspired under Dean Smith. They look bad against Everton. I think Leicester's going to go down. I don't think Everton looks very good either, but at least Everton has some fight. Everton wants to stay up. The players want to stay up. Leicester City, their players are leaving. Their players would have left this summer if they were allowed to. Fofana obviously got the move, and that's why he got to move along. But Sam Allardyce, he is just not the man for the job. Go ahead and look at the squad. Patrick Bamford started up top and got the only goal for them. And a 4-1 loss to Bournemouth. Let that be noted that the team they played and lost 4-1 to in their last match before Luis Garcia got sacked was Bournemouth. Taking a look at the lineup, you had Christensen, Robin Koch, Melier obviously in goal. Melier, again, overrated player. He's not a good goalkeeper in the slightest. I don't think he's very good. He's young. Say what you want about his age. Maybe he'll become good in the future, but he is not at the level he needs to be. Gavin Bazunu, despite being lower in the table, is a much, much better keeper. Liam Cooper obviously goes off injured. Luke Ayling, Weston McKennie, Mark Roca, Jack Harrison, Wilfred Ginotto, Patrick Bamford, and Kristen Somerville. Obviously, as you also probably know, Sinistera is out with an ankle injury. Tyler Adams, I think, is out for the season. Stuart Dallas is out as well. I think he might actually be back here in the next few days. I think he's been out most of this season. But that's besides the point. He's not going to make a difference when it comes to this Leeds squad. Taking a look at Leeds' bench as well. We'll go ahead and look at it. Reuter, not good enough. Greenwood, not good enough. Aronson, love him to death. not good enough. Pascal Stroik, he'll replace Robin Koch, but okay. Actually, he'll probably still be on the bench for Vaber. I'm not quite sure how you say it. The Austrian center back brought in from Salzburg, which they bought for Jesse Marsch, who then got sacked days after the transfer window closed. Again, doesn't make sense. Leeds, your ownership needs to take a good look in the mirror. Leeds fans, you need to question your ownership. I'm just going to be straight up. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. You have to turn to Sam Allardyce after giving what? Luis Garcia 70 days in charge, and then you're just going to turn around and give 4 weeks to Sam Allardyce to save you? Is that really what you're going to rely on? That's embarrassing. Moving along to the rest of the squad. Forshaw came on as a sub. Rodrigo came on a sub. Again, I called this one from the very beginning. I wish I could go back and show you guys. I called that Rodrigo was going to be a bust the day he signed for Leeds. He is not the player that Leeds should have signed for their big money move when they got to the Premier League. Victor Robles won't play because they're just going to stick with Melier despite him not being good enough. Junior Firpo, also not good enough. Their bench just isn't good enough to make a difference. I mean, you're just going to have to figure something out in the midfield, really. Roca and McKennie just aren't going to be able to do it. I mean, you're playing with 3 wingers and Patrick Bamford, who might as well be the center back when it comes to his finishing ability. But good luck, Leeds fans. I wish you the best of luck, obviously, especially this weekend. I'd love it if you beat Manchester City. I mean, you can see my, Ozil and my Arsenal stuff up here. I would love nothing more than for, Arsenal to win the league because of a Leeds win and a Sam Allardyce win, and I will build my shrine right here for the man that helped Arsenal win their first league title in 20 years. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I want to do that. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that Sam Allardyce is the manager that should have been signed. Again, I think he's overrated. I think his tactical ability is just so one-dimensional, and that's really all I have to it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know why I'm getting so frustrated with this manager signing. It's a setback for the sport. You go from Bielsa to Allardyce in 18 months. It's really embarrassing. Leeds ownership should be ashamed, but that's where I'm going to leave it here. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree down below. I may look like a fool, and he may go get the next, 12 points available, and I look like a fool, but I don't think that's going to happen, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. Obviously, it's a very short one. I just think it is absolutely bizarre that a man like Sam Allardyce has gotten this job. Let's just look at the Leeds squad real quick before I end this video. From the last game they played, Liam Cooper went off with an injury. They ran a back 3. Well, I guess it was a back 4, but it's listed as a back 3 on SofaScore. I don't know why I'm using SofaScore. I'm going to switch over to FootMob real quick, but